Okay, I think we are on. Hey, thank you all for joining us. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. We are here in another session of Hype Live to focus on sport tech and and technologies which are solving real challenges, specifically now in the new reality we are in. And today we have a special guest. We have Juan from River Plate. Hey, Juan.
Hi Amir, how are you? Hi to everyone. As you said, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, everything.
Yes, so this is now being shared in different platforms, but it's also recorded so people will be able to see it later on. And I think this is really addressed at the not only clubs and federations around the world, but also anybody in the sports universe which is wondering what's happening now in Argentina in terms of sports tech, in terms of sports at all. Are you having games? Is it with fans, without fans? And also, we've been, I would say, privileged to have you, Juan, with us in the last Global Virtual Accelerator, alongside other top brands like the Golden State Warriors and Miami Dolphins, FIBA, Paris Saint-Germain, and others. And really the representative of, I would say, South America in terms of innovation. And, we're not doing it now. We've done it in March in the midst of the COVID, where everything was totally, I would say, upside down. And you chose the path of being proactive. And, we are talking now for over a year. And, thanks for taking this leadership. And I know that you not only participated in the program, but you also chose 5 startups that you're focusing on now in terms of implementation and really addressing some issues and challenges you have in the club. And I think for us, it's a great opportunity to host you here and just to hear a little bit, if you can share with us, first of all, what's happening in Argentina now, and also a little bit about how you see innovation. But what's happening in Argentina now in terms of COVID?
Well, at first, I want to say that I remember the first time you called me. We had a Zoom meeting. Well, wasn't unusual because of the distance, obviously. So it was probably the only way to meet. But I remember that you called me. It was probably here in Argentina. We were hearing about COVID, but it wasn't a big thing yet. And you told me, okay, we're gonna go to open this GBA, and it's about this and this. And I said, I think that this will be an important thing, not only the GBA but also the COVID, because obviously you were a couple of steps ahead in terms of the COVID. So, well, it was kind of a thing that I had to spoke internally in River to say, okay, they are proposing us to be part of this. And there are many different positions in River that they are in favor of innovation. So they are trying to constantly bring new things and try to solve problems with technology. So I can say that almost everybody pushed me and told me, okay, Juan, just lead this, try to bring us the best solutions you can find, and we'll do our best to implement them, because we all know that that's not an easy part. So many times you find an app that can help you to do anything or to solve a problem that you have, but then to implement and go and use it and make your fans use it, it's not easy. So we are on that track. And as regards Argentina, now we are back to the game. We are playing the Copa Libertadores. For those one that are not fans of the Latin American football, it's like the Champions League in Europe. So it's the probably the most important tournament.
How many people watch on TV just on average? How many people will watch your game now with you have with the game against who, Nacional?
San Pablo.
Sao
we are
Paulo.
playing San Pablo this week. They are big games. Like I would say that probably only in Argentina you'll have like 10 million fans watching each
And
game.
Latin America, another 10 million probably or more.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, because
Brazil maybe another 20.
well, every time we play against a Brazilian team, we know that the people watching is probably
Yes.
double normal
Wow,
because
wow.
they have the biggest population in South America. And we are having the FIFA window in which we are playing the CONMEBOL qualification to the World Cup.
Yeah.
And after that window, apparently the local tournament will start. It was suspended like by the end of March. We were supposed to play a short cup. It was like a playoff competition, a short one. And then we were having the Copa America, the national team's Copa America, and everything was suspended for next year. So we were supposed to start this tournament by mid-August, and we are running a couple of months late.
So the league is it will probably come back on in October,
Yeah,
and
by the end of
now we have the
October.
Libertadores Cup, which is no fans but plenty of I would say viewers on TV.
TV
So
viewers, yeah.
yeah. So what? Tell me a little bit. You took a decision. You're in charge of internationalization. What's your role in River Plate?
Well, I am in the marketing and commercial team, and my specific role was to to bring River outside Argentina.
Yes.
So it's like kind of internalization of the brand. And last year, I also got the job of I am the chief of commercial, so I am in charge of closing all the sponsorships deals. Uh, but as I always say, I think that they are really they should be together. They should have always been together because whenever we are signing a new sponsorship, like we did last year with Turkish Airlines, we we know that we need to help the brand to to grow, but also we can use those brands and those sponsors to grow. So that's why we try to call them partners, because we are trying to work together. They can help us to reach our goals. In this case, Turkish is doing a great job because they are a very big company. They are known like in every country in the world. So they are trying to bring our name to those countries, and that's also a good thing for us. And also the participation in Hype, I can say that many companies, many startups, many uh, people just reached me out. They told me, oh, I saw that you are being part of it, and I would like to know how you can help us with this. But they also brought me commercial opportunities and new things to to develop inside our club. And this special thing that I need to do, that is bring River, for example, to this. I always talk to Ryan, that was our mentor, and told him that my goal from the GBA was to have new fans, not to bring the best solution in and innovation. And we are laughing about because it's part of my job. Obviously, the GBA was much more than that, but we were joking because it's one of the things that I try to do. I always try to let people know what River is about. Ryan was shocked when I told him that we have not only an institute, but we have a high school and middle school inside the club. We have football lessons. We have an academy. We have more than 30 different sports inside the club. So it's much more than a football team.
Wow. So River, it's not only the football team; it's all the different sports like Barcelona. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a basket team, we have a
Wow.
volley team,
Yeah.
futsal, like many other sports.
So Juan, now as obviously chief of commercial and looking at the internationalization and innovation, you're a busy man. Why did you need to have this kind of program that you need to attend? There are all kinds of sessions. You see startups anyway. Your company, your club is very popular. Also, I'm sure you have tons of startups knocking on your door. Why did why do you need to be part of a organized innovation program?
I would say like it's uh, similar to hiring a consultant team because I was speaking with you guys, and you brought me like the solutions that I was supposed to go out to the market and find. So in just one program, I could find like different solutions. I always say that probably the special part of the GBA was that before going to find the startups, you were asking us which were our problems. So we spoke. I think that it was like a 2-hour session in which we discussed with you, with Ryan, and with part of your team, which were the problems that we were having at that moment, which were the things that could be solved with the technology, and you have the experience and all the knowledge that we don't have. My know-how area is not about startups. It's not about innovation. I like innovation. I know that we need it. I know that they can solve problems. They can bring us more revenues, but I am not an expert. So I need to go out and find someone that can help me with that. And as I told before, I remember the first time we spoke and we were talking about the GBA, and you were telling me and explaining me how it worked. And that moment I said, okay, like it's an expert bringing me the solutions. And I think that you told me like there are about 65, I don't know, 70 hours that you will need to bring to the desk and to work on it. And I was thinking that it's impossible for me to go out to the market and find those solutions without an expert that can lead me and help me. So that's probably the most important reason why I joined. And with as we say, with the newspaper of the Monday, uh, it's like I am completely convinced that it was like that.
Amazing. Now, we're speaking about innovation, but can you give an example? Because you're a very innovative club already. But what kind of innovation? You don't have to mention names of companies and startups, but if you can give like one or two examples of something you saw in the program and you said, wow, let's try that. Or a
Well,
problem or a challenge you had and the solution you saw in the program.
there are many things. The ones that I would love to get involved, but we are not ready, are the ones that are related to contactless solutions, especially after the COVID thing and people will come back to the stadium, probably in a reduced number the first games, but then we are hoping that by mid, let's say June, July next year, we'll have full capacity stadiums back. So I know that many people will be kind of afraid of coming back to the stadium. So we'll need to be prepared. So the contactless solutions related to wristbands or the tickets in your phone and to buy all the food and beverage in the stadium with an app, that for me those are very good solutions. We are far away from that in Argentina. We don't even use the QR tickets yet. we use the physical tickets. So I think that would be like jumping 2 steps in one, and people won't be ready. Yeah, but I always say that I already know the technology. I brought it to the discussion desk inside the club. So sooner than later, we will be probably joining that revolution. And then everything that I like is related to bringing together different generations. Like old people used to have collectibles. They really like those things that you can show and to keep for a long time. And we have the new generations that they want everything now, and they want it in a related to the cell phone with the smartphone and to the computer. So any solution that brings them together, and there's one example that is collectibles with VR. So those solutions for me are the ones that will be in the market for a long time, because the old people will have their collectibles, so they don't have to change, but they will have a new thing that is related to virtual reality, to new technologies, an app that allows you to see more information about the players. Those things are for sure the future of the market, especially related to the merchandise, that, as for sure you know, is a big thing for us. Like everything that is related to merchandise is huge.
Yes. You spoke about putting the different generations together. And I always love to tell the story that I used to get, my father is 84, and I used to get a SMS from him, every day. And after the Corona started, he sent me an invite for a Zoom. Now, and you think about what the Corona did, in terms of speeding up the processes and making people, to be more open for innovation, more open for implementation of innovation. And I think this is also I think relates to generations, but also to regions in the world. Yeah.
Even this GVA was probably, many of us we joined because of the Corona. And when you think, the technology was already prepared to this, and you were also prepared to this, but it's like we opened the door and we saw that the Corona was helping us in many ways to understand that we have the technology, we have to use it. Many times we like to meet to people. I would love to have this accelerator in person, to fly and go there and meet the people. But we understand that we could be involved in 3 or 4 accelerators per year instead of just one, in which we have to choose like the best one, because we have to spend money on the tickets, on the hotel and everything. So that's one of the things that I find great about the new thing, using the new technologies.
Yes. And we always prefer the personal relationship and, meeting in person. But I think, as you said, given the circumstances, the ability to have so many great, I would say, clubs, federations working together, and seeing so many startups, and as you said, allowing you really to explore solutions from different parts of the world and not just focus on I would say single area. This is, I think, part of the ideas that, if we look at the upside of COVID, suddenly there is a global platform, real global platform, where you can sit in the same table with all those great brands around the world, learn from each other, and also get solutions which could come from Israel, London, or US, and and can very easily being implemented in Argentina. So absolutely agree on that. Now, I know that you are very close to the internationalization aspect of sports. Did you see any interesting startups which are related to this topic?
Yeah, many of them. I think that they all have clear that with technology you kind of the the barriers that you have due to distance and different countries and different languages, you can solve them all because you can have an app in different languages. You can download it in every market that you have available on smartphones. You can buy merchandise and it can be delivered to the door of your house, like wherever you live. So I think that most of them they have pretty solved the internationalization part. Like they know how to uh, make this solution available everywhere. So that was probably one of the things that was really important for me, really important for us, for the club, but also for I think that for everyone, because nowadays you cannot just rely on a small market. We are about 40 million people in Argentina. We have obviously a huge number of fans. We have about 50 millions around the world, and we need to understand how to reach them. The only way is through technology. We cannot make our team to play in every country to bring them so that the people and the local fans can go to a game. So we need to bring them solutions that are available everywhere, that can make them feel special, that they can feel uh, that they are well treated by the club, but also by the players. We need to provide exclusive content for the ones that are in different countries. We used to do that, and we are obviously still doing it with, for example, with Colombia, because we have many players on our team that are from Colombia. So we produce some content for them. We upload it to our social media, but also we try to target them through uh, marketing and different tools in which they can feel that we really produce that content for them. We are really thinking on the about them and how a Colombian fan will be and will feel if we produce special content for them. Um, it's impossible to do it for all the different countries, and we don't have the assets to do it. But we do have them. We have three Colombian players in our team. That two of them uh, are playing for the national team. One of them is kind of a hero because he's an Argentinian player, but he played many years for a Colombian team. So we try to exploit those things, and it's impossible without technology. So innovation should be used for those things, especially for us that we are in a small country and we are in a small market compared to the US or even Europe, Spain, Italy, that they are probably the places where we have more fans.
Absolutely. Just to give our audience and two ideas that I remember from the accelerator that just can give them more tangible idea. For example, we had a company called Condensed Reality, which enable you to see a game in a 3D. So whether it's fighting UFC or it's a football game, you could just put your telephone or your iPad and you can see the game as if it's 3D. So you can see if you're a River fan sitting in Miami or anywhere else, you can see the game as if it's 3D, as if you are in the stadium, and you can go watch from here and there and like watch the players closer, and that's amazing. The other one, which I think was referred to the internationalization, is Bleacher. Again, great startup led by a lady, which is nothing to be taken for granted, that allows people to see together and experience it together from different parts of the world. So you can see with your friends in many places around the world and share the experience together. So there are many, many solutions these days, which are, as you said, were not available in the past and are now allowing the fans to be closer to the team. And you mentioned your activities with, on the social channels and producing new content for your Colombian fans. I'm sure this is going to be big because, they say now about all the industry of OTT, and all the idea of allowing clubs to produce their own broadcasting and share content on a regular basis on different platforms. So imagine that you have the ability to talk to each one of each one of their countries in their own language, producing content and allowing you to generate revenue out of that. Yeah. As you mentioned, this is now with Colombia, and I'm sure you have players from different parts of the world. If you could do it to each player with his own database of groups of fans and do it in a manner that will generate revenue, I think this will be a win-win. And that's...
Yeah, the players are probably the assets that we have, that they are very popular. We try to follow them because, for example, we have many former players playing in different teams and leagues in the world. So we name them ambassadors just to make them feel proud of their past team, that is River. So every time we launch a new jersey, we send them the new jersey to their houses. So whenever they are watching a game, they can wear their new jersey and cheer for us. And whenever they share this on social media, people will see, oh, my favorite player, that is Lanzini, Ocampos, Driussi, Mamana, that they are playing abroad. They are River fans. So I also want to be a River fan.
Of course.
Part of what we say is that first we have to convert them. We want them to be loyal fans, and after many years of being loyal, then we have the goal of the monetization of the asset, right? Our first goal, and probably the most important one, is to have new fans and more fans.
Now, there is something I want to share with you, Juan, that I was embarrassed to share, but I will. When you joined the program, yeah, my son was in Argentina, and he went to a game of Boca, and it was before the COVID. And when he was in the game, he showed me the shirts of Boca looks like the shirts of Maccabi Tel Aviv, which is my team, which is blue and yellow. So he asked me, this is before we signed, before we agreed. And then he asked me, Amir, I'll bring you a shirt. So he came all the way after 6 months. He brought me a present. I told him, what I cannot wear a shirt of Boca now. I'm a River fan. What do you want? So it's still in my closet. And I love to wear shirts, by the way. You see, I have shirts all over the place here. Yeah, this is partner. This is our partner Shakhtar Donetsk. This is our partner Maccabi Haifa. Yeah. So, but I cannot. So it's still in my closet, and I'm not going to wear it. Yeah, that's a problem.
Don't worry, you will receive the correct jersey soon.
I was hoping. I didn't say it for that. I wanted to take it out of my chest because I look at it and I never wear it. I said, yeah, it's not, but I'm a River guy. But I just want you to know that, I've made this sacrifice happily.
I know that the colors are an important thing for the football fans. Like whenever you see a team that has the same colors, you probably say, okay, I like it. I like the colors. I'm used to them. So I will be...
FC Köln is red, and I have no problem with that because I love the team. I love the people. So, but I just want to tell you, if you take and send me a present of a shirt, I can promise you this: I will wear it a lot, so people all over the world we can see it, and I will be very proud of that. So just I wanted to take it off my chest.
Sure, I understand, and as I told you, my first goal is to have new fans, new River fans. So now that you are a fan, you should have the jersey.
Amazing. Oops. Excellent. So a final note. Let's look at the future, Juan. You've seen a lot of innovation. You talked to top industry leaders in the last 6 months. I know you've talked to a lot of startups, potential startups. When you look at the future, like 3 years from now, 5 years from now, yeah, I come with my son to your game. How would it look like? Do you have a vision for that?
I think that the traditional football, the sport will be the same. There are many people that are saying, "Oh, we need to reduce the times. Like we should play in instead of 45 minutes, we should play 30 minutes and try to find a sport like the American sports in which they play like with a stopwatch and they have short periods, more than two, so they have four and they play like a very dynamic game. But what I think that we should be aware of is the experience. Like whenever you get to the stadium, now we are implementing our Wi-Fi in our stadium because we understand that for the youth going to the stadium and not having Wi-Fi is like losing their time.
So Wi-Fi, you'll be the first stadium in Argentina to have a Wi-Fi?
I think that there are a couple of stadiums that have Wi-Fi, but they are small stadiums, like 20,000 people, and we have
the first big team with Wi-Fi. Amazing.
Yeah, and we need to bring them more fun engagement tools. We need to have raffles during the game. We need to involve the fans during the game somehow. We are always asking our partners, for example, the one that has the official merchandise store, the e-commerce, that they should be watching the game, and whenever one of our players scores a goal, they should offer like a discount for every fan that buys his jersey. Those kind of things that make people not only to watch the game but also to interact. We think that they need to be with their cell phones in their hands. They want to take a picture, upload to the social media to say, "Hey, I'm in the stadium," but also they want to send a message to the players and see their message in the big screen. Those kind of things that make them not only watch the game and the 90 minutes of the game, but also to feel that they are taking part of it.
Yeah, part of it. Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry.
So I see it in that path, in the one that they can be involved during the game, and not only to watch the game, but also to be an experience. Like you go to the stadium, you have to take 4 or 5 hours of the day, and you have to enjoy from the minute 1 to the last minute, no matter what the result was on the field.
2 last questions. If I'm a startup that are listening to this podcast and I want to approach River Plate, how do I do that? What's the best way to get your attention with regards to new technology or something interesting?
Today, our focus on the thing that probably will raise our attention is the monetization of the digital world. We have our social media. We have like I would say like 10 millions in Facebook, 5 millions in Twitter, 5 millions in Instagram, and we don't earn money from that funds. Like we have a big data in which we have like many contacts, many people that we know them, and we cannot monetize that. So probably that is our main focus now, to find a way in which we can start making a revenue from the digital world. But we are very cautious of not to be heavy on them. We don't want to send them a message every day. We don't want them to start paying for the content that they already have for free. So it's like a small, it's a small path from the being a good revenue maker and to be invasive with the people.
Yeah. So anything to do with enhancing and creating, I would say, monetization of your digital assets will be great. There is a question here from Dave. Dave is asking, if you see here on the comments, what about giving the remote fans the ability for their reaction to enhance the audio broadcast audio?
Yeah, there were many proposals kind of related to that. The only problem with that is that we are not the owners of the rights, the TV rights. So those things probably should be spoken with the media partners that the league has, or even with the league. The league many times can be involved in those solutions. I find it an amazing solution. I think that those that is one of the things that I was speaking about. Like, you want to be a part of it. You don't only want to turn on the TV and watch a game. You want to share your comments with your friends or with your family, and if those comments are shown on the TV and many people will see them, those are the things that really make the people to enjoy the experience.
Great. Okay, I think we are in completion. Anything you want to say just to complete, Juan?
Just to thank you the invitation, not only to this live, but also to the program. It was very useful for us. It was growing in 7 months what will take us, I don't know, a couple of years at least. Speaking to great people, because it's part of the experience too. Just having great solutions but not enjoying the process is a deal breaker for me. I really enjoy it. I think that I learned a lot myself. I get involved with great people. They are great because they are good people, but also because they have great solutions. They are open-minded, and everyone that starts with a startup has a different kind of way of approaching things. So that was also great for me to understand how they, from a problem, they can not only think a solution but also bring it to life, and that's also great.
Amazing. And I think thank you also for that, for reminding us that, it's the mindset of entrepreneurship and engaging with that also have an impact on the clubs, and it helps everybody to think more, I would say, innovative, more different, and come up with new ideas, and which we need now more than ever. Juan, I want to thank you not only for this session, but for really being such a, I would say, contribution. You came with all your passion and time to learn, to really contribute to the startups, to see how you can help and to see what you can learn and bring to the team. You really been, I think, spent really a lot of time understanding the solutions, being part of that. And I want to really thank you for really trusting and devoting your time for that. And I'm happy that it was good for you. And I see it just as a beginning. We have tons of new activities coming up. And once you're part of the Hype family, you will be able to enjoy those new innovations coming up all the time. And thank you for this. And
Amazing.
we'll see you again in the next hype activity. Thank you all for joining. I didn't manage to answer all the questions, but that's what we have.
I see that they are asking me how to contact
yes,
me.
how they can contact you.
My LinkedIn. I am trying to be more active through my LinkedIn. So I receive, like, I would say, daily proposals for the club. So I am trying to be more active. So just with my name
for you through LinkedIn. People want to address Juan. All right. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Hope